Welcome all to the very first bird's eye view with Mr. Crow and War Duck, and we're just gonna do like a little broadcast kind of thing. Right now it's offline until we kind of get the hang of this, and then we'll probably try to do it online so we can get people chatting. But Mr. Crow and I decided that we wanted to talk about the PS5 since, that just got the release and all that. So I am more of a PC gamer myself, so it'll be coming from more of a PC gamer perspective. I do play the PlayStation 4, so it's kind of that. And then Mr. Crow is a PlayStation 4 player that streams off of PC, so we'll kind of talk about everything that we think we know and everything that people have published, and we'll kind of go from there.
Sounds great. There's a lot of news that came out this week as well about the PS5, speculations, insiders, things like that. So it was a big week at all.
Okay. So the PS5, everybody knows that it's been coming for a while now. So I guess, are you excited or are you nervous?
Of course, with any console, release, I think everybody's excited, has extremely high hopes, and I am definitely in that group. I'm excited for the newest technology, for the things that are going to come, at least that are rumored to come.
For me, it's like I don't play PlayStation all that much. The reason I got the PlayStation was because I had been playing the PS2, the PS3, and then the newest games were coming out in the PS4. And what really burnt me was the PS4. I sold my PS3 because they gave you a deal on the PS4 when you like traded it in or something. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. And then so I did that. And then I was so pissed because I had all these PS3 games that I could no longer play. And I was so mad. And so, And so that's kind of what broke me from being a console player. I then geared toward PC and has been a PC person more or less. The thing is about the PS is they have these really, really, really good games.
Yes, they do. That's exclusives.
And that's probably another freaking reason I'll probably get a PS5 at some point is because like I absolutely loved Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, yes.
It was one of my more favorite games. I love the story. The gameplay was good.
Was phenomenal.
And now they're like, oh, the PS5's coming out with Horizon Zone 2. I was like, oh, okay. All right. So now I gotta get some money so I can get the PS5.
And they did a lot of the same stuff with the God of War as well. They have these exclusives that are only for it, and it pushed at least the current PS4 abilities to.
So the only thing, though, is when I was looking at the game releases, I didn't see a lot that really caught my eye that I was like, that's a game I got to play. And I was like, okay, so you're remastering Dark Souls?
I'm trying to. Well, GTA 5, of course, was like the big one that everybody was thought too. But yeah, they're remastering some games.
I know, but for myself, is I don't play GTA 5. Yeah, I don't play a lot of these other games. Dark Souls, I've played the whole series, and then Horizon Zero Dawn was the one I was like, I'm gonna spend how much money it is because I want to play Horizon Zero Dawn. It's really what it's gonna probably boil down to.
See, and there was a few for me because now it goes all the way back to the PlayStation 1. We've got Ratchet and Clank, and we've got Oddworld, Abe. I mean, who didn't like to, swear and fart and do all those funny things too? But yeah, I don't know. It was really tough because I'm like, we're the newest consoles, and I don't know. I feel like some of the games also were not all there.
And that's the thing is like, how do you sell a console with games from 20 years ago?
Yeah. Yes.
Because
exactly.
Because I have really good memories about some of these old games. Then I go back and I'm like, this isn't as good as I thought it was. It's still fun. It's still fun. I still play my Atari. but
Yep.
but
Oh, I do
it's
too.
just sometimes you're like, I can't, like, I played Red Dead Redemption for 24 hours when it came out on PlayStation. I did a 24-hour stream and I played for 24 hours. There's no flipping way in hell that I could play the Atari for more than probably 2 hours.
I'm still impressed that you can play it for 2 hours. I get so frustrated.
Well, and there's like no progress. It's just high scores. There's like
Oh
very
yeah, that's
few
the only
games
progress.
that there's an end to it and everything.
Yeah,
Okay, so
but yeah,
all right. So this is supposed to be an October-ish release around the holidays.
rumored. Yeah, it's rumored.
I don't like, if they're gonna bring it out in 2020, it's got to be around Christmas. I mean, the
Oh
holiday.
yeah,
It's holiday. So
it's definitely going to be fourth quarter,
so
guaranteed.
so I'm pretty confident on that rumor that it will release somewhere late October, early November, simply because of the holidays. Because otherwise, you're not releasing this until next year.
Oh yeah.
And there's been too much publicized about it not to be. So
Oh yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
so we're less than, when is this, June right now? All right, so we're less than 4 or 5 months away from it.
We're gonna say 4 to 5 months away easily.
Okay, now the scary thing about this is there's been lots of rumors and leaks and stuff about price.
Yes.
And
Oh
that's
yes.
the big thing is today, I read some yesterday and they were talking about $546 leaked on Amazon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
The Amazon leak. Yes.
yeah, so it was $546 for the regular version and $450 for the digital version, which I want to talk about too in a second.
Okay.
But then there was another leak from a UK Amazon something, and that put the price at $746 for the main version. And I'm like, okay, I don't, this is the scary part, because you sold the PS4 for what, 400 and some dollars?
Yeah, you can find it around 450. Yeah.
And so you have this greatest gen. Okay, I want to circle back to the cost in here, because they're talking about the CPU is this 8 Zen 2
yeah.
core 3.5 gigahertz 10 teraflops GPU variable frequency, 10 gigabytes of memory, which I thought was low, and an internal SSD of 825 gigabytes, which is a teraflop but not.
Seems yeah.
And then here's the thing that caught my eye: expandable storage NVMe SSD slot. I thought that was very interesting, because you're gonna have to take it apart to put that in. But that's an internal, like, motherboard style card.
See, and I don't know if they've maybe I've heard the same rumors too, you know, what you're saying. And I've also heard the rumors that they have exclusive deals with only, I think it was Samsung who made their hard drives. And if this is going to be something, at least in my mind, you know, we've played the PS1. If we're going to have those big, huge memory sticks, and that's what I'm thinking is you're going to have to plug in for the hard drive for the expansion.
And then the external, see, that's where they say expandable storage and NVMe SSD slot, and then they say external storage, USB HDD support, and then an optical 4K Blu-ray drive for the non-digital version. So, okay. So you add all this in, and then you tell people, oh, this is going to blow computers away. They've never seen this kind of technology. And I'm like, bro. My my older CPU is running at 4 gigahertz. Yours is only 3.5. Everybody already has terabyte HDDs and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay, sure. But because they have some special technology that they developed and everything. And I'm like, okay, your console, don't try to say you're the end all gaming with computers, because I just don't. I see these $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 PCs, and you're talking about at most a $700 gaming system. And I'm like, okay, let's not compare the two. Let's just stick to what you are. You're a console, and that's great. And there's a lot of things that, because you don't have to deal with the Windows and all this other
Yeah.
stuff, that make the console a great gaming system. Now,
Yeah.
why you have an internal storage of 825
Gigabits.
gigabytes only tells me that you're running 175 gigabytes of some kind of software.
Yeah. Well,
Or room for software.
I'm thinking their software is probably, probably about 10, 20 gig max.
So you have
Something,
a.
something,
I think it's
something
got
around
to
there.
be more than that. Because why else would you save 175 gigs? Unless you plan on a hell of a lot of space for updates later on. What, I don't know. Maybe
Which,
maybe
one?
that's the thing. Because that's basically what they did. They said, okay, we're putting a terabyte SSD in, but we're allocating this whole section right here
Yeah, you got.
for internal
Well,
software.
that's true. I mean, I've never thought of it that way. It might be 200 gigs worth of their new technology that they have to help load the games faster. They did cut down load time that they used to rumor as a lot of, we're putting it on our SSD, we're going to have this instant memory, but they cut down wait times
Yeah,
tremendously.
but I'll tell you what.
So maybe their software is awesome.
When I load into games with my SSD on my PC versus other people that just have hard drives,
Hmm.
I'm out doing stuff, and they're like, "Okay, I'm loaded in now." It's
You're
so
like, dude,
so load
what took
times.
you so long?
So load times will improve simply by the SSD instead
Yes.
of a hard drive. But I don't know. Okay, so here's the other thing: is I have three 1 terabyte drives in my PC, and all of them are fucking full. But
Yes.
but my game, I only use one for gaming, and it's full, and it's got, I don't know, 8 or 9 games on it. So
Depending on what games you got, those fill up
right,
fast.
right. So I'm like, okay, so now I know why you did the expandable and the external, because you're talking about games like Horizon Zero Dawn that are supposed to be even bigger, and
Yeah.
then have all this other stuff with ray tracing and all this other stuff. That's gonna fill
Yeah.
up fast. That's gonna fill up. So, but me, I play a game, I get through, and I usually don't play again, so I remove it. So it's not gonna be a big deal for me.
Yeah.
But for
I'm
people
the
that
same way.
play games all the time and always want them on there, and that's gonna be a management thing, I think. Okay, so now with all that specs, you circle back around, and what do you think the price is gonna be?
I think that
What do you think it's gonna
my,
be, and what do
my
you hope?
my okay. My gut is they're going to try to keep it around 500. Um, I have rumors of the PS3, right? Remember how much that thing was when it first came out?
I can't. That was a long
I think
time
it was
ago,
like
man.
$600. And even to this day, like what is that, 10, 12 years ago? It's still a huge joke of how much and how expensive that thing was. And I don't think they're going to try to come out and do that again. And with the economy the way it is right now, I don't see anybody paying that much for a console.
Okay, so you think it's gonna be how much
I think it's going to be about around 500.
for the non-digital or the digital?
I'm hoping the digital's about 500.
Okay, so
I think the digital is going to be around the 500 mark. I think they're going to try to target selling more digital than they are the normal console, if you will, with the CD-ROM.
I'm guessing. I'm saying it. My guess is, my gut feeling is the non-digital will be somewhere around 525,
Yeah.
and the digital will be about 525, and the non-digital is gonna be pushing $600. It's gonna be up there about 575 or so. That's my guess. Because when I'm looking at this stuff, I'm thinking you're trying to pack a lot of technology
Yeah.
into this thing, and how are you going to charge the same amount that you charge for a lesser version of this?
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong, because I would love to pay $450 for a console instead of
I would
five or
love to.
600. So, but
I
I'm
think
thinking that, and then the other reason I think that too is because they've kept the price so hush hush. That's
Yeah.
my thing. Because if they a long time ago said, it's gonna be $550, $575, everybody's gonna be out, hey, Xbox, because this is a whole lot less. And I think that's what they're scared of. And I think they've been building all this hype, showing all the games that they're gonna have. Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay, now you gotta pay the higher
now you
price
got
for
the
it.
prices. Yep.
Now,
Yeah.
are you wanting the digital version, or are you wanting?
I do.
See,
See,
I have a when I built my PC, I put a disk drive in my PC because I hate just not having one. And
Okay.
and I have like games. I have a drawer full of games, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
if I get the digital version, then I got a drawer full of worthless games.
Yes, and I don't know. As a collector of games, if you will, they don't like digital, right? They want that physical thing that they can put on a shelf, they can show off, they own it. And my son's much the same way. He likes to go to his friend's house, go play games. That's a great way to be able to share your games with other people and to get them interested.
And the other part of that too is the games are what, $60, right?
60, yeah.
Okay.
Easily 60.
So if you're gonna charge me
Yeah,
$60 for a disk drive versus the digital and on, I got what? I got a stack of games right here.
Okay.
Just one of those is $60, right? Just one of those is $60. So I might as well just get the drive for $60, and then I can still play these games. So
yeah, it's true. It's true. And you know, I remember way back in the day when I had Modern Warfare. My son had it, so we had two Xbox 360s, and I had 3 copies of the physical copies of the same game. I'm like, yeah. That's a big reason why I went digital, is because I can share it between all devices.
I do have a bunch of the digital games because of the PS Plus. You get free games and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I do have a bunch, but
You have even more now.
but not. but I'll always want a disc drive for now, just because if you're gonna do backward compatibility, then I want to be able to play my old games.
And that's what I'm leaning on. You know, I definitely want digital because most of my games, I would say at least 75% of my games are digital. Either I've bought them online through the store, or they're the PS the free ones that we receive. But there are a few discs that I have, and if this is going to be backwards compatible, that they are saying and promising, well, I don't want to say they're promising, but like they're saying or mentioning, I'm going to need a disc because I'm not going to go buy that game again.
Okay. All right. So a moment, probably even during, but within seconds of them revealing the PS5 design, there was memes everywhere and about people making fun of the design. So my opinion of the design is this PS4 is big. Really big, because when I measure PS5, because when I measure my controller against the PS4, it is exactly 3 high, 3 controllers high.
Yeah,
when I look at the PS5 controller, that shit looks like 5 or 6 high, and I was like, okay, now you're talking PC tower size.
Oh yeah,
and because of all the cooling and stuff, and then
I've thought the same thing.
That hideous white design.
Oh, I hate white.
Don't give me a white controller. It'll be scummy, gross, nasty hand looking in like an hour.
I'm going to have to start wearing latex gloves. I'm going to be the doctor where you wash your hands like for 20 minutes. You put on the gloves.
Dr. Krow plays PS5.
Exactly. We're going to move from a mister to a doctor real soon.
So, oh my God. Like, and I was reading about the design, and they're like, oh, well, we're going to have, and like, here's the thing is, I think what they're doing is because of the coronavirus and the manufacturing problems of the delays, they're saying just make everything fucking white.
I can see that.
And then they said, we're going to have all these special edition consoles where you don't have to buy a white one. You could get a Spider-Man Red or a Horizon Dawn
Never.
Ice Color or something, you know.
I never buy that crap.
I know,
It's so
but
stupid.
for somebody like me that probably won't get the PS5 at launch, I'll probably wait because I hate dealing with bugs and glitches and all that other crap that happens. So I'll probably wait a little bit and then until they send me some $50 off or some kind of deal or something, and then I'll probably get it. So I'll probably get it 6 months to a year down the line. And I absolutely despise white on stuff that my hands are touching. Because
and gloss
it's
black. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I can't stand the gloss black and white. Those are the two.
So I'll probably wait, and I will be one that buys one of those special editions just to avoid the white, unless they come out with some alternative version, and then I would get it early. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for probably a price deal. And definitely gonna wait till I can get a non-white controller because that just man, I had a white.
I'm also hoping that it's not white like on release
Because it will not be white in like an hour. It'll be like sweaty, gross, nasty. And my house is dusty because I live in Arizona. So not only do you get like hand dirt, now you get dust, and then your hands are sweating because it's an intense game. And the next thing you know, all in the creases of your controller. It's nasty, and you're like,
you get off stream and you're like, I gotta do surgery now.
I gotta wash my hands.
Controller.
Gotta rub my hands raw with sandpaper.
I mean, let's go retro and go gray.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that would be nice. Nice gray color. I could deal with that. Anything but white, I can deal with. But I was just like, don't give me a white controller. Not even just a white controller. Don't give me white in a gaming system. Period. Because it just gets dirty. I mean, it looks clean sitting on the shelf, but I want to use it. So.
That was definitely something, we're not talking about it too much, but I know the Wii. It was white, and yet it's geared towards kids. You know how dirty that thing got?
Yeah.
Like, let's get away from the white.
Yeah. My wife.
I'm agree.
My wife did get one of those, and we got like the wraps.
Yeah.
The controller. But I don't want to get a wrap for my PS5 controller. Not to mention like all the buttons are like inset, it looks like. So so you'd have a wrap and then a ledge where all your buttons would be so you can still get to it.
And you know how times the rage quitting, you're like, I'm pressing the button.
Oh god, yeah. So all right, so they're gonna do away with load screens, the boot games in seconds. More games on disk and SSD. Patch installs supposedly will go away, but I don't see that because games in general are just not perfect on release. Super rare.
And you can't do that.
In fact, I can't even think of a game that was just perfect on release. Even some of the biggest name titles, it's just not. And then 8K gaming. I don't know why, because if you can scientifically look at it, your eyes cannot see past a certain level.
No.
So, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't want to get in that controversy because we're talking about the PlayStation. I
don't want to talk about that either.
So what's your
scientifically proven? No.
So what's your plan for the PS5? Immediately buy it and ditch your PS4? What are you gonna do?
All right, so here's what I'm doing. Like, I already know that I'm gonna have 2 PS5s in my household.
There's a grand.
So there's a grand. So here's my plan of attack. This is how I'm going to do it. Upon release, I'll be buying the PlayStation 5. I might, depending on how they're going to handle it with the digital versus the disc, I might buy the disc first, and then I'm going to wait for that 6 months to maybe a year, and I'm hoping that they'll come out with the PS5 Pro-ish, and I'm using this name kind of lightly because when the PS4 Pro came out, what did we get? We got updated hardware where we got bigger hard drives. You know, we got a little bit, you got an extra USB in the back or stuff like that. I'm going to wait that 6 months to a year, hope that we get like a PS5, and then I will hand my PS5 original to my kids and they'll have that one. And then I'm going to go get the PS5 Pro, if you will, digital. And then.
So do you really think with everything that they said, the top of this, top of the line, that they're still going to do a pro version of the PS5?
I think eventually they're going to. I don't know if it's going to be like a year or if it's going to be 2 years down the road, but I think they're going to learn. Like, it's technology, right? It's always changing.
I know, because now, like, I think my 2080 is less than a year old, and they're like, oh, the 3080. I'm like, yeah!
Exactly.
But I play games on Epic and stream it at the same time using my GPU encoder, and it doesn't touch it. So I'm like, yeah, I don't need all that. I would love to try some VR, but I can't pay $1,000 for. I can't pay $1,000 for a VR system when I gotta pay another $500 or $600 for a PS5. So
I'm hoping that the VR for the PS4 is backward compatible.
Well, they did confirm that was. They did say that was that your current VR. Well, okay. They said that your current VR system is compatible with the PS5.
But you know dang well they're going to come out with something better because they're making the games better where the new controller
I know,
has
but
sensitivity. They're going to come out with something.
But the VR hasn't leaped like the rest of technology. So the VR itself will be pretty much the same. The controllers might change, sure, but that's you're not having to rebuy the whole thing all over again.
No, I'm hoping. I mean, I'm only a Beat Saber guy at the moment, so.
All right, final thoughts.
I can do that stuff.
Final thoughts on the PS5. What do you got?
Final thoughts on the PS5. I think it's going to be worth it if they keep the price at the right range, right spot, because I think, like you've mentioned, really at the beginning, the console, our thoughts and the console is just really, let's turn on the power, let's get ready to go, let's play. You don't have to worry about tweaking and your hardware and all that, right? And updates to your software for Windows and stuff, but I think it's going to be a great investment. Well, okay, maybe not a great investment. Let's be careful with that one because it's going to lose value like everything. I think it's going to be bringing the console back up to what PC players currently have and are able to do. And I think that's where I think the future of gaming is the cross-play and being able to get everybody united, you know, as much as we can, but being united to play as games on any platform where you're going to be able to expand that your friends list, if you will. And I think this will take it to that next level. And this is just, I think this is where it needs to be. This is the next step.
I do think this PS5 console is very computer-ish. And I do think that brings us closer to full crossplay. If we can just get the devs on board to release games on both so we can all play together and I can stop buying 2 different machines all the time, will be fantastic. Now, like I said, unless I get a rumor that Horizon Zero Dawn is on PC at some point a year from now, I'll be buying the damn console so I can play Horizon Zero Dawn too. But
I'll be there with you.
So with that, that's our very first bird's eye view, and we discussed all about the PS5s, our thoughts and our rumors and all this other stuff we thought. Krow streams on Twitch. It's Mr. Krow on Twitch. You'll also find this video on his YouTube. Those links will be down in the description. I stream on Twitch, and I also have this YouTube page where you found this video. So I will put all 4 of those links in my description. This video will also be on Mr. Krow's channel. So, because we're going to start doing this together and we're going to be uploading the videos together on channels so we can both increase our perspective.
We can increase
or the murder Got to get more murderers out there.
You need to get more murders. And we need more in the pond.
That's right. So this is a collaboration between us. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a comment and let us know what topics you want to cover. It doesn't have to just be PlayStation or PC. It could be a game, could be other stuff. It could be anything but politics or religion. We're not going to talk about that kind of stuff because that's too controversial. And I don't want to be disagreeing with Krow all the time. I mean, I already disagree with him enough. So,
this needs to be fun. This is what we want to try to get you guys involved. What do you guys want to hear about?
So that's the other thing is we did this now to try to get used to doing this. And once we get this going, we're going to try to do it streaming so we can get your guys' real input. But we're trying to get this working first. But that's our kind of plan and our trajectory. I hope you enjoyed this. But it's time for us to get out of here. So, later on.
Have a good one, everyone.